The biggest sporting event on the entire planet is about to go down, and word on the street is that the man who has been running the music world for the past few years might be the one to soundtrack the whole thing. We are talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and the name everybody is whispering right now is Bad Bunny. Not confirmed, not official, just rumors, but the kind of rumors that do not start from nothing, the kind that come from people who know people, from insiders who heard something in a room they probably should not have been in. And once that kind of talk starts spreading, it does not stop. Welcome to Pop Show Room, where we bring you the stories behind the headlines. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button right now because this story goes deeper than anything you've seen in the mainstream media. Let that sink in for a second. Bad Bunny, the 2026 FIFA World Cup, two of the biggest forces on the planet potentially colliding on one song. If this turns out to be real, we are not just talking about a sports anthem. We are talking about a cultural moment that people will remember for the rest of their lives. The kind of moment that freezes in your memory like a photograph. Where you were, who you were with, what you felt when that song first hit your ears. Now, before we go any further, you have to understand what the World Cup anthem actually means. This is not just some background music they slap onto a commercial and forget about. The official song of the FIFA World Cup is one of the most listened to tracks on the entire planet the year it drops. It plays in stadiums packed with 100,000 people. It plays in living rooms across every continent. It plays in street markets in Lagos, barbershops in Sao Paulo, corner stores in Mexico City, and nightclubs in Madrid. Every single country that qualifies sends their fans into the world carrying that song in their chest. It becomes the heartbeat of the tournament, and whoever makes that song gets locked into history forever. Think about it. Shakira did it with Waka Waka in 2010, and that record became one of the most watched music videos of all time. To this day, you play those first few notes anywhere in the world and people lose their minds. Kanon's Wavin' Flag from the same era still gives people chills. Pitbull, Jennifer Lopez, and Claudia Leitte did it in 2014 with We Are One, and the whole world was singing that thing from Brazil to Bangladesh. These songs do not just live for the tournament, they live forever. And now there's a chance, just a chance, that the next name on that legendary list could be Bad Bunny. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The 2026 World Cup is not happening in just one country. This edition is being hosted across 3 nations, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 3 countries, 3 cultures, 3 different flavors, all mixed into one massive event. The games are going to be spread across cities like New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, Toronto, Guadalajara, and Mexico City. You are looking at a tournament that is designed from the ground up to reflect the Americas, the diversity, the music, the passion, and the street energy that makes this part of the world so electric. And when you think about it that way, Bad Bunny starts to make a whole lot of sense. This is a man who was born in Puerto Rico, who came up from nothing, who started making music in his bedroom and ended up becoming the most streamed artist on Spotify globally, not once, not twice, but multiple times in a row. He broke records that nobody thought could be broken. He crossed language barriers that the music industry always said were impossible to cross. He made Latin trap and reggaeton not just acceptable to mainstream audiences, but essential. He didn't ask permission to take up space. He just walked in, turned up the volume, and made everybody pay attention. That energy, that fearlessness, that cultural pride, it is exactly the kind of thing the World Cup anthem needs. Now, let's talk about the rumors themselves, because this is where it gets spicy. Nobody has come out and said this is happening. FIFA has not made an official announcement. Bad Bunny's team has not confirmed anything. But in the world of music and entertainment, official announcements are almost always the last thing that happens. Everything else happens first. The conversations happen first, the studio sessions happen first, the handshakes and the negotiations and the creative direction, all of that happens long before any press release ever gets written. So when people who are close to the situation start talking, when producers start dropping hints, when industry insiders start moving a certain way, you learn to pay attention. Because where there's smoke, 9 times out of 10, there is fire burning somewhere nearby. And the smoke around this particular rumor is not thin, it is thick. There have been whispers circulating in Latin music circles that Bad Bunny has been involved in conversations with people connected to the World Cup's creative production. There are people talking about a song that has a sound designed to hit across multiple cultures at once, something that blends the energy of reggaeton with something bigger, something more cinematic and anthemic, something that can make a crowd of 90,000 people in a stadium feel unified. If you know Bad Bunny's catalog, you know he has already proven he can do exactly that. His live shows are not concerts, they're experiences. He controls the crowd like a conductor. He knows how to make a moment feel massive. There's also the timing to consider. The 2026 World Cup kicks off in the summer of 2026, which means the promotional machine around it is already running. Songs for events like this don't get made in a week, they get developed over months. Concepts get pitched, rejected, reworked, artists get approached, negotiations happen, creative direction, all of that happens long before any press release ever gets written. So when someone somewhere let a little bit of that information slip into the air, and now the whole internet is buzzing.
But here's the thing that people are not fully thinking about yet. Even if Bad Bunny is featured, who else might be on this track? World Cup anthems are often collaborations. They bring together artists from different parts of the globe to reflect the international nature of the tournament. So if Bad Bunny is one piece of the puzzle, who are the other pieces? Could there be an African artist on the record to represent the continent that has sent some of the most exciting football to the world stage in recent years? Could there be someone from the Middle East, given that the last World Cup was hosted in Qatar, and that region has been building its cultural presence in global sports? Could there be a pop superstar thrown into the mix to give it that crossover appeal that FIFA always chases? The possibilities are wild, and every single one of them is more exciting than the last. And then there is the question of what this would mean for Bad Bunny himself. Look, the man is already a legend. He does not need the World Cup to validate him. His numbers, his influence, his cultural impact already speak for themselves louder than almost anyone else in the music business right now. But this would be a different kind of milestone. This would be him stepping onto the biggest global stage of all, not just the biggest stage in music, but the biggest stage in the world, full stop. Football is the universal language. There are countries where people do not know who the president of their neighboring nation is, but they can tell you every player on the World Cup roster. The World Cup anthem reaches ears that no album drop or streaming record can ever reach. And if Bad Bunny's voice is what greets those ears, that is a moment that transcends everything he has already done. Think about the kids in small towns across Latin America who grew up listening to him, who see themselves in him, who never thought someone who looked like them, talked like them, moved like them could be the face of something this enormous. That representation matters. It hits different when the person on the biggest stage is someone who came from your world, who speaks your language, who made it without ever pretending to be something he was not. That is not just a hit song, that is proof of something. Proof that the culture is powerful enough to run the world if given the chance. Now, of course, until FIFA makes it official, everything is still in the air. The rumors could be exactly that, just rumors. Maybe the song is going in a completely different direction. Maybe another artist gets the call. Maybe Bad Bunny passed on it for reasons we do not know yet. In this industry, things fall through all the time. Deals that seemed locked in collapse overnight. Creative differences, scheduling conflicts, money disagreements, any of it can change the game in a matter of hours. So nobody should go out here betting their last dollar on this being confirmed tomorrow morning. But what you should do is keep your eyes and ears open, because when this announcement does come, and it is coming sooner than people think, the internet is going to shake, stadiums are going to shake. The conversation about music, culture, football, and global identity is going to hit a fever pitch that we have not seen in years. And if Bad Bunny is standing in the middle of all of that when the dust settles, it is going to be one of the defining moments of this entire generation. Not just for Latin music, not just for reggaeton, for music, period. Stay locked in. This story is far from over. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.